and welcome back to the Messy Bookshelf. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to be doing my June wrap-up. June was an amazing reading month for me. I read 4 physical books and I listened to 3 audiobooks. So I'm just going to jump into it because I have a lot of books to get through and it's really exciting. So the first book that I read this month was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in a Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. She is the author of the Throne of Glass series and this book is phenomenal. I wasn't a huge fan of A Court of Thorns and Roses, but this one made me a fan of the trilogy. Normally second books are kind of lull books. They have second book syndrome, as I like to call it, but this one did not. This one was 10 times better than the first one. It's probably my favorite Sarah J. Maas book that she has written thus far. I gave A Court of Mist and Fury 5 stars. The next book that I finished, I actually don't own a physical copy of it, and it is This Is Where It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp. I'm really sorry if I butchered your name. I read this at work. I didn't actually purchase this and I'm kind of glad that I didn't purchase it because I didn't like it as much as I thought it was going to be. I only gave it 3 stars. It tells the story of a school shooting that lasts 52 minutes, I believe. It's basically, the book is the length of the shooting. That's it. That's all that's to it. And it tells the story from different perspectives, and some perspectives were better than others, but by the end of it I kind of finished it just to finish it. I think maybe if I hadn't read it in small doses on my breaks I might like it a bit more, but in the way that I read it I just wasn't a fan. And the next book that I finished this month was The Merciless 2 by Danielle Vega. This is an art copy that I received from work for an honest review, and I have a video of that. I will link it here or down below. And this is the second book in the Merciless series. It tells the story of Sofia Flores, and she is now trying to move on from the events of the first book and having to deal with the events of this one. I don't really want to go into it more than that. If you want to hear more about it, check out the video. And I gave this book a 4 stars. The next book that I finished was an audiobook, and that is How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran. This book was so funny and inspiring. I just love Caitlin Moran. I had read her book How to Build a Girl, which is a fiction novel. This one is a non-fiction memoir, and it was amazing. I rated it 5 stars and I look forward to reading more of Caitlin's work. The next book that I read was The Unbecoming of Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is the June book club pick of the month that I'm a part of, and I'd read this before, so I just did a quick speed read to catch myself up to what happened in this novel, and I still really enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much the second time around as I did the first time, but it did intrigue me enough to want to continue on with the series again. And the final 2 books that I finished in June are both audiobooks. The first one is The Vegas Diaries by Holly Madison. This is the second Holly Madison book, and it tells the story of her time in Las Vegas, which occurred right after she left the Playboy house, kind of. She does a stint on Dancing with the Stars, which she also talks about as well. This book was really enjoyable. I enjoyed it as much as the first one, if not a little bit more, and her writing definitely has gotten a bit better in this one. If you're really into memoirs, or if you're a fan of Holly Madison, I definitely suggest checking it out. I gave it 5 stars. And the last book that I finished this month, I finished today, and it is Being Jazz by Jazz Jennings. This is the story of Jazz Jennings, who is a transgender teen, and she came out to her parents when she was 2, I believe. She's been having to deal with transphobia basically her whole life, and this is the story of all the things that she went through. It's really inspiring and is a really important book. I highly suggest everyone read it. It kind of helps you understand what transgendered people have to go through, and it was just a great read. And I highly suggest the audiobook because Jazz actually narrates it herself, which if you watched my video on audiobooks, I love that about a book. And I gave it 5 stars. So those are all the books that I read in June. Let me know if you've read any of these or what you read in June down in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday. See you on Tuesday. Bye!